Hi everyone, today we are back looking at the Game Boy Pocket from the last episode. In my excitement, having got this back together and got the power on, got it working and got it playing games, I failed to notice initially that with the volume turned up, there is no sound. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at that today. And thank you to the people in the comments that also noticed this. It's also good to know that people are paying attention, sometimes more so than I am. So thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is get this apart and we'll have a look at the sound. Okay. So now we've got to find out what's going on. Let me get the multimeter. Right, first thing I'm going to do is just check the speaker. Because the speaker is effectively a coil of wire. Should have continuity through it, or at least a very low resistance, so we'll do a continuity check. Yeah, so that speaker's working. So, are these wires connected appropriately? Certainly seems so. So then, what do we have on the board here? These are probably little capacitors. Let's see if one of these is grounded. Where's the ground going to be? Here? No, it doesn't seem so. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh no, sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't say I actually know how these work, but I would have half assumed one of those to be grounded. That is interesting. Daughter board, this is DC to DC, so this is going to be the voltage regulator. We've got the power coming in here. Just out of interest, is the that is grounded. Can't find anything on here, there is. I mean, maybe the battery minus isn't used? Yeah, they're together. Right, where do these traces go then? One of them, and if you can't see, let's see if I can zoom in for you. Is it in focus? Yeah. So it looks like this one follows this trace up here. And should... Where does it go from there? So I'm just going to have a little bit of a look. So what you can see is it's got an A and it says ground. So I'd assume this is the ground for the speaker. And in my mind that's usually connected to the battery negative. Okay, so the pin labelled ground on the cartridge port is connected to battery minus, so I'm pretty sure this needs to be connected to battery minus. There must be a hidden trace that's broken. I think it might have to actually meant to be connected to this part here. Like something about this. I wonder if I can just scrape off a little bit of the circuit board. So this ground is connected to this trace that runs up here. And I'm wondering if that's meant to be connected to this, which is, it certainly looks like it should be. I might just get one of my abrasive pens and see if we can scrape that off. Well, it's official. I am an idiot. I think I've got disorientated rolling this around, but it's this one. Not this one. It's meant to be going to ground, and it's still not. But I think I was following the wrong trace there, which is particularly frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. This which I will cover up with some more solder mask. Is I think the actual audio signal, or what should be the audio signal. Alright, so whilst I've been just stepped away for a second, I've been able to find some schematics online. Now, first thing to say is when I've been testing for this ground, the power switch needs to be on, because on this device the power switch actually switches the ground rail. So the battery just wouldn't have been connected to anything, including this. So now the power switch is on. You can see if I touch to here. Alright, I'm not on beep, but you get a... Sorry, you don't get a beep, because that is connected to here. And then this capacitor is connected to here. That's the filter cap, so you can see that on the diagram. I'll put that on the screen now, the schematic. But that's, this cap here is C31. So then the next question is, what is actually going on? I was thinking maybe we can test the volume knob. So according to the schematic, pin 1 on the volume is the ground, so we'll just confirm that. I think this is pin 1. Go back to beeping. Yep, there we go. And then, so if I go between pin 1 and pin 2, which should be one of the channels, we should... We'll see resistance 6k, we get down to basically 0 and back again. Then on the other channel, nearly 6k, down to basically 0 and back again. So I'm happy that's working. Then it looks like, so this is the amplifier here, this chip. And it looks like the signal gets filtered through a few capacitors here and then kind of comes down these traces and down to the speaker. What is interesting, I'm just going to zoom in for you, is around this power plug. There's just some kind of gunk. Now I don't know if that's something that's been spilled in here or what, but maybe there's something got into here or maybe into the headphone port, so maybe we'll just have a quick check of that. So going looking at the schematic for the headphone port, we should see pins 1, 2 and 3 going to the tip, the ring and the sleeve respectively, so none of those should be connected to each other. So if I go pin 1, got nothing from pin 1 to pin 2, which is good. Nothing from pin 1 to pin 3. Pin 2 to 3, nothing. And that's all the combinations. Next up, we've got pin 4, which should be a ground, which it is. And then pin 5, which to me looks like it's just a C note 1. Pin 4 and 5 are normally connected, and inserting a plug disconnects. So, okay, 4 and 5 should be connected. Ah. They're not connected. Now, is that because the headphone jack is a bit broken? So I think what's happening here is, and the reason we've not got sound, and this is just a guess at the moment, is because these two pins, pin 4 and pin 5 on the headphone connector, are not connected, possibly because of some problems inside this headphone jack, then we're not getting sound. Interesting. Okay. So they're normally connected, and then inserting it should disconnect it. Right, so where are they on the board? Let's have a look. Pin 5 is here. Sorry about all the gunk. And pin 4 is here. So they're both on this side. They do look a bit corroded. I do wonder if there's been some damage down here. What happens if I just bridge them? I'm thinking they're kind of like a micro switch, and I'm wondering if it's this kind of corroded bits of metal that might be related. Let's see if we can find out. I am sorry for the focus. 1 second. Let's zoom back out. So pin 4 is here. Is that the same as this? That's pin 4. Is this pin 5? I suspect this is actually the tip. Yeah, not there. Ah, is this pin 5 in here? Yes, okay. Yeah, so there's two pieces of metal in here that I think should be connected. Oh, it's going to be very hard for you to see. Basically what you've got is pin 4 just sticks up and comes around like this. Hold on, like this. And then pin 5 should be touching it and then gets moved out the way as something comes in. So I wonder if that just needs a bit of a scratch up and a clean. I wonder if I can just get in with my multimeter probe and have a little go at it. Definitely looks corroded in there. Yeah, it's got a nice spring action to it. I don't know, has that helped? No. Okay. What I might go get is some contact cleaner. Right, I'm back and I've got some contact cleaner. So, I think what I'll try and do is just space those apart. There's a little spray in there. And then just maybe a little bit of agitation to help it. I let that dry. It's alcohol based, so it dries pretty quick. See if that's done anything. Connected. Right. I think that might work. I think that'll be the problem. So, what I'm going to do is see how quick I can get this back together. Gosh, that was fast. Alright, that's back together. I got some solder mask on that bit that I scraped off. That's alright, it's time to give it a go. Let's get a game. Trusty 55 in 1. Check the volumes up. It's working! Alright. Right, we better try a game. Dr. Mario. Hold on, just for the microphone for you guys. So that's Fever. Or we can... Brilliant. Well, I am really happy with that. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.